Today we're going to be looking at a most interesting blade, and that is the Lion's Toothpick by Tops Knives. Stick around. The last Tops knife that I reviewed is one that I'm a big fan of, and it's the California Cobra, and it's a less than lethal option. But this blade that we're looking at today is absolutely lethal, and it's the Lion's Toothpick designed by Leo Espinosa. This is one of many blades that were donated to my channel for review. This is a 9-inch knife with a 4-inch blade made with 1095 steel here in the USA. It's got a green canvas micarta handle and a tactical stone finished blade. The Lion's Toothpick is definitely bringing the thickness with 4.82 millimeters. Comes with this sheath, which of course has a great lock-in, and I do believe this is a side mount sheath. I mount this on my side. It's, pretty much the best way to carry it. If I were a lefty, I could put this behind my back, and you could put it across the front, but I wouldn't recommend it, even though you could. The Lion's Toothpick does not come with the sharpest edge there is, though you can put a scary edge on this blade. This is a piercing machine, and that's what this knife is all about. When I'm reading the specifications on Tops, it says this blade is made for quick decisions and strong penetration. When this is mounted on your side, you can get to it very easily, and it does provide a wonderful grip, and your hand isn't going anywhere. The jimping on this is really strong, and you've got this guard here. There's a lot of different ways that blades are carried. There's concealed carry, EDC, tactical fixed blades, and there's blades that are carried open. I think that what you carry is going to depend a lot upon where you're going. There's something that comes to mind with me when it comes to carrying a knife. We think about human assailants, but human assailants are not the only thing in life you're going to deal with. I've seen people attacked by dogs, rabid animals, and if they would have had a way to pierce, it would have been a huge game changer. I think about going out at night, taking a walk. I think about walking through a neighborhood at night or walking down the street at night, and how nice it would be to have this on your side and have something easy to get to like this is. The Lion's Toothpick is a very lethal device because it gives you the ability to pierce deep. And at the end of the day, man, this thing is a shank. Obviously, when I talk about using something like this against an animal, it's in the context of self-defense, obviously. You have to say that kind of stuff nowadays, unfortunately, man. People get all whacked out about that. But, one night I was walking down the street with a friend of mine, and out of nowhere, man, this dog, a good-sized dog, comes barreling toward us. And at the time, I didn't have anything on me. I didn't have a firearm. I didn't have a blade with me. I didn't have anything with me. And as the dog got close to us, I was almost sure he was going to attack. I was wearing a thick jacket, and I crouched down and kind of got in position, just prepared for him to jump on me because I was going to try to wrap him up the best way that I could. But I just continued to holler at him and kind of encroach him this way, and I was screaming things at this dog, and he finally backed off and ran back. But I think about how much more confident I would have been had I had something like the Lion's Toothpick on my side. Because, man, if I have to choose between my life and the dog's, you know what I'm going to do. But I'm just giving a real-life example of how something like this can seem really practical, because a lot of people would think to themselves, man, I don't need to carry something like that, nor would I ever carry anything like that. And I'm not necessarily trying to sell you on this, but I just see situations where something like this has great value. There are countless situations we can pull from as to how effective this thing could be in a time of need. I heard a story one time about a guy that was literally being drug off by a lion, and the only thing that saved his life was the knife he had on his side. So in conclusion, I'll just say that the purpose of this knife is clear. You can tighten the edge up on it. I've made mine a lot sharper here. This thing is going to pierce powerfully and forcefully. You see how well built that it is, and it is definitely ready for battle and any kind of piercing that one would need to do. It's deep enough to reach vitals, and it's going to go further than the blade here, obviously. So you see how much you've got there to work with. I want you to see this. I'm going to go into this wood target here. I don't even have to use this thumb brace because there really isn't one. I'm just going to rely on the way the handle is built. Okay, feels rock solid, didn't hurt, nice stability. which means in a self-defense situation, something like this is designed to collide with bone, and you're still going to have good reinforcement for the hand. So if you want to carry a big blade for self-defense, the Tops Lions Toothpick is most definitely an option for you. It's a piercing machine with an edge, and it's most definitely to be preferred over an ice pick. I did a video one time about ice picks and self-defense, and there's a lot of ins and outs when it comes to using an ice pick, but I just think something like this is a much better option if that's what you want to go with. There's a time and a place for everything, and you just have to figure out what tools are right for you in a given situation. And the Lions Toothpick from Tops is a mean machine. I'll drop a link in the description if you want to go out to the site and do a little bit more review on the specs and some of the other reviews that are out there, but I think this is one really cool blade that has its place. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.